Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews. Let's go see what's in the fridge today.
Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews. Today we had a big beer yesterday with the Pliny the Younger, and it was a 10 beer, of course. And I've got this one that Rico has sent me. This is the Eclipse or 50/50 Brewing. This is their Eclipse, and that's their series Imperial Eclipse Stout High West Rye Barrel. And what that is it says 10% here on Rate Beer, but this is a bigger beer than that. This is an 11.9%er. It's got the lime green wax on it. These are not cheap bottles to buy. I had my friend Dave send me some a couple years ago, and he's up in either in Illinois or Indiana, and he can get these beers there because these guys are out. Well, it says here Truckee, California, so evidently they shipping them up there. I can't get them here. Not seeing anything from these guys here. And he was telling me that the two that he sent me were like $32 a pop for a 22-ounce bomber. So not a cheap beer. You need to have some deeper pockets to buy these beers from these guys. They make some really tasty stuff and they know it. So Rico, I don't know what you paid for this beer. Got a feeling it was fairly pricey. So I do appreciate you spending your hard-earned money and buying this and sending it to me, and especially packaging up all the massive beers that you have done lately. So thanks again, my friend, my brother, for taking the time and spending your hard-earned money and paying to ship these beers to me. I do appreciate it, sir. The two that Dave sent me a couple years ago blew me away. They were freaking awesome, guys. So keeping in the theme with yesterday's 10 beer, hopefully this will be a 10. So that's why I picked it out of the fridge today. And it is the final beer of the evening for me. So I figured we'd try to see if we can get us another 10, two 10s in a row. So let's get on with this one. Actually, Beer Advocate has this at 11.9%, where Rate Beer, like I said, has it at 10. This is a let me just read the commercial description here. It says the 2014 Imperial Eclipse Stout, 2014 vintage is what this has got here, and they write on the mark, BR1 2014. Lime green wax is what we got here. Aged in High West rye whiskey barrels, a variety of their rye products from High West Saloon and Distillery of Park City, Utah. Sourced from now defunct Seagram's Company. So they get their barrels, or the barrel they use for this, from the High West Saloon and Distillery of Park City, Utah. So should have some nice whiskey / bourbon notes to this beer. So food pairings for this style of beer, guys, says here cheese and buttery brie, Gouda, Havarti Swiss, and since it is a stout, it goes well with chocolate dishes. Meat is beef smoked meat, game, and grilled meat. Glassware to pint back a 9 tumbler snifter, oversized wine glass. Got my favorite glass for this wonderful beer, and can be sold for a long, long time, guys. And this is the 2014 edition, so I don't know when in 2014 they did it, and then we're in 2016, so pretty close to 2 years in the bottle, not counting the barrel aging in the brewing process. So I used to try to peel all this wax off. Now I'm just trying to get enough to get the cap off of it, and it's just not working with this opener. So let me do a little carving on the wax here so I can get the opener in there, and maybe we won't have to peel all of it off the bottle just to get in it. I'm not a big fan of the wax, guys. A lot of people, you know, have different opinions on what the wax is for, to keep the air out of it and all that. The beer is under carbonation, remember that. The beer is trying to get out. That should be enough to get the opener in there, so let's see if we can get it in there. Oh yeah. So we didn't have to peel it all, and I'm going to be very careful because I don't want any of that wax going down into the beer. I'm not a big fan of drinking wax. How about you? Not me. So it is what it is. This adds cost to the beer as far as I'm concerned. Somebody's saying at the end of the bottle line, dipping these bottles down into wax. But they do use different color wax for the different versions that they do. And it's got rid of all the loose chunks on there, so if you plan on cellaring it, I mean, maybe it will help. I'm going to go down the center on this. It doesn't look like it's too awful carbonated. Maybe we can produce a little finger of head on this one. That's all I'm going to pour, because I'm going to let the other half have the other half of that. She deserves it. About a finger of head on this pour. Over to the light, it is pitch black, guys. Not getting any light whatsoever. Good looking beer. What do you think? Most beers are good looking, aren't they? Unless you're drinking a damn shady ass Macalauder. Hey. Looks good. Let's get a nose on it. Little hints of the whiskey, bourbon, whiskey, bourbon. I am getting a slight hint of that. Some rich roasted malt, some chocolatey, bittersweet chocolate, hints of some dark fruit. Caramel topping, maybe some brown sugar. Smells delish. It really does. These guys at Eclipse do some really tasty stuff, but they put the price tag on it too to go along with that. They're not cheap beers, I told you that. And the head is dissipated, just barely covering the top of the beer now. This time, let's get it on. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Rico. Thank you, my brother. Wonderful smelling. Oh yeah. Getting more of the alcohol in the taste than I was the nose. 11.9%. You're right at 12%. It's kind of hard to hide that much alcohol. And it soaks up some of that whiskey S from the barrels and increases the ABV of the beer a lot of times. There is slight hints of the alcohol, I will tell you that. It's not burning. It's not overpowering the beer. It is a nice touch. This is a big boy's beer. This is a sipper. This is not a chugger. Of course, if you're spending $30, $35 for a bottle of beer, you don't want to chug it anyway. You want to savor that, especially if it's costing that kind of money. Wow, that's delicious. A great final beer of the evening. Wow. I really, really like what they do. I just wish they weren't so costly. And I wish they were available here. Of course, being as costly as they are, I don't know if my pockets ain't quite that deep. I don't know how many I could afford to buy, but if I did buy them, I would probably stash them in the fridge downstairs and wouldn't drink them that fresh, especially this style, almost 12%. I would save these for special occasions. Oh, wow, that's delicious. I'm going to have one more for you. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. These guys do some really good stuff. But they price it accordingly, too. Let me sip on it for a little while, maybe go outside on the deck and finish up a cigar that I was smoking on earlier. I'm sure it'll go well with this beer. And we'll come back here and do the final chug. Man, these beers are really tasty. But they're damn expensive. I'll be right back. Hi guys, I'm back. Got just a little left here. I've been sitting on this about 35, 40 minutes or so. Other half loved it. I know you would. These beers are awesome. barrel aged beer. This is in the rye whiskey barrel. It's got a nice rye whiskey taste to it. It's not overpowering the beer though. Nice chocolatey notes, hints of coffee, dark fruit, toffee, brown sugar. Nice sweetness to the beer. Very easy drinking for almost a 12%. Barrel aged. Awesome, guys. It's delicious. It's pricey, but it's delicious. Like I said, Rico, you might want to say in the comments what this costs, but I'm pretty sure it's a $30 to $35 bottle of beer. Anytime that these guys do these barrel aged versions and dip in them wax, they're pricey beers. They really are. So let's do the final chug. Wonderful aroma. These barrel aged beers in the stout versions, Imperial Stouts, are usually top notch. They are. And these guys know that, and that's why they charge accordingly. So, wonderful. Final chug. Very nice. They do different color wax for different versions of their beers that they do. So somebody's standing at the end of the bottling line, dipping each and every one of these bottles in the wax, different colored wax, and writing on the bottle here, or sticking this label on here saying that it's 2014 edition. And basically, you know, with the ABV and the addition of the beer, whether we know it was done in January or February of that, or December of that year, is basically irrelevant. But I would like to know that just for me, you know what I'm saying. I would like to see him say it was January 2014 or December of 2014 or July of 2014, just to know what month it was actually put in the bottle, so we'd know. That's just me. That's just me though. It's a 2014 edition of their High West Rye Whiskey Barrel edition of this beer. Lime green colored wax. Very delicious. Very tasty. A great beer to finish up the evening with, which is what I'm doing. Very tasty. Very tasty. To me, guys, I can't think of anything to make this beer better. It has a wonderful mouthfeel. Nice creamy notes to it. Delicious. It's delicious. It's a 10 for me, guys. It's very easily a 10 beer for me. I love this style of beer done in the barrel aging. So, 100. That's where I'm going to put it. Over to Beer Advocate, they say 92 in the outstanding range. It is 90. It is an outstanding beer, but I think it's better than a 92. The only reason I would think that they would put 92 on it is because it's so pricey. It is very expensive beer to purchase. And over to Rate Beer. Rate Beer says overall 99 and 92 in the style. So we got a 92, a 99, and a 100 for me. Definitely an A beer. Definitely worth picking up if you have the funds to purchase the beer from these guys in this series where they do the wax dipping and barrel aging. So pricey beer, but delicious. A great beer for a special occasion, or a great beer if you have deep pockets and you like this style of beer. So, with that being said, if you've had this one, the High West Rye Barrel from 50/50 Brewing, their Eclipse, Imperial Eclipse Stout, let me know what you think. I thought it was delicious. Thank you, Rico. I do appreciate it, my brother. Come on back tomorrow, guys. Let's see if we can dig out of the fridge. I've got some wonderful beers you guys have sent me, and we'll see where the next one ends up. See you then.